Alrighty guys, thanks. Welcome back to another Monkey Hero. We are going to finish up the Warring Triad in this video, and hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. So let's get started on the last one. Greetings, Warrior of Light. With one pillar, the Warring Triad remains. Zurvan, the icon known as the Demon. According to the histories I have uncovered, this monstrous being was worshipped by a race of Maricidian beastmen. These creatures are key to maintaining Zurvan's manifestation, and we can be sure that many such thralls will be imprisoned somewhere within the research facility. It is imperative that we determine their exact location as swiftly as possible. We dare not risk repeating the near disaster we suffered at the hands of Sophia's servants. As such, your fellow scions have already begun an exhaustive search, but there are several sectors which only you, Kryl, and I can enter without fear of enthrallment. Let us make our way to Ozzy's Law forthwith and aid the investigations. Let's go ahead and grab this. Here's your tombstone for Sophia. Yeah. On to the flagship we go. Monkey, it is good we caught you. The facility has been swarmed by Imperial troops. By their standards, we did judge them soldiers of the 6th. Aye, once more doth Regula Van Hydra stretch forth his hand to seize the forbidden fruits of Alec. And once more have our meticulous wards been swept aside like so many cobwebs. Your meddlesome wards were destroyed from within by the pulsating energies of an icon. Nay, put up your weapons and listen. The followers of Zurvan have awakened, and they toil to rouse their master. The demon's worshippers yet slumbered when we confronted Sophia, but the tampering of her thralls have been more widespread than we thought. They shared a common enemy. It is not unthinkable that they would seek to free all those that Alex had imprisoned. Yes, the cage doors are open. Whilst you stand there quibbling over who picked the locks, my soldiers are inside the facility risking their lives and their sanity. They have volunteered to face death to prevent Zurvan's servants from waking him to the fullness of his power. Now, assuming you have at last understood the gravity of the situation, it's time that I rejoin them. But you cannot hope to succeed. The icon will enslave the minds of any who draw near. Thus did I seek out those with the power to resist his influence. Aid us, and mayhap my men will not perish in vain. You propose an alliance. I have delved into the depths of this place and found its technologies wanting. These mechanisms had failed to hold their prisoners, and such broken artifacts are unfit to bring before the Empire. Twice have you bested me in combat. Now will you lend me that strength and stand against our mutual foe? 'Twas in opposing your reckless schemes that Isaiah was lost to us. You expect us to simply forgive and forget all that has come before. I expect you to put aside your emotions and use your better judgment. But of course, I am dealing with savages. I will not stand here and justify the death of the Ice Maiden. We pursued our ideals and you pursued yours. Such was the result. Mayhap you might consider another point. In the endless clashes, we have all lost comrades dear to us. Yet I choose to put aside past grievances to beg your champion's aid, to appeal to your reason. Thou art willing to build a bridge of common purpose upon such tremulous foundations. I, too, am hesitant to accept this arrangement. Archon Ishtola? But the offer has been made to the Warrior of Light, and 'tis his involvement which shall ultimately sway its outcome. I shall abide by Monkey's decision. Zurvan must be stopped. Then for better or for worse, we shall fight at your side. Mistress Kryle and I are also resistant to primal influences. We shall aid you where we can. Then let us be on our way. Our companions have already passed through the research facility. We shall not lag behind. The demon stirs. Like a suckling babe, he feedeth upon the ether siphoned onto him by his thralls. We must needs deprive him of his sustenance. Then we destroy those devices. Hold! Witness your shoulders! They have turned against one another. Even half awake, Zurvan corrupts and converts those who enter his aura. The three of us, then, Monkey, Unikali, we rush in together and each disable a generator. We cannot give them a chance to rally a defense. There are 4 mechanisms by my count. If I can avoid the Icon's miasma, my blade will make short work of the last one. We all of us have pledged our lives to keep your lives. I would rather you tend to my fallen. Some yet survive with their minds intact. I know not if my strength will be enough. I am no champion. The battlefield is no place for uncertainty, boy. Fate has blessed you with a unique talent and an occasion to use it. Do not waste such a gift. We strike. gods! Zurvan is... Unakalai! Rah! He slumbers once more. You saved me. Why? I told you, boy. Yours is a gift too precious to waste. A gift the Emperor may one day have need of in his war upon these untamable icons. Emperor Varus, he raised me from the ranks, stood against my detractors. I'd gladly give my life in his service. You must finish this. Slay these leeches upon our star. Kill them all. Kill Zurvan. We must needs withdraw and prepare our assault. At the cost of his very life, Legatus hath prized open a window of opportunity. He's dead. Had I only been stronger. Enough of that. There'll be time for regrets after we've rid this world of Zurvan. Kryl has the right of it. The demon has fallen back into torpor for now. We must act swiftly if Regula's death is to have a meaning. The survivors speak of an army of thralls loose in the facility, and we must assume that the followers continue their efforts to awaken the icon. Let us then concentrate upon diverting them from their task. Mistress Kryl and Master Unakale prithee secure the controls to Zurvan's shackles and limit the restoration of his might. Hakon Ishtola and I shall forge ahead, and strike down those thralls who would seek to harry you. Warrior of light, thine is as ever the most perilous duty. Gather to thee thy trusted companions and extinguish from this realm the fires of the demon himself. Alright, 6 minutes. Hopefully that is about the correct time. Exit out of here. I will continue my hunting log. Let's see here. Nope, not time. The Run Reborn ones, you have to like certain time, certain weather, and all this other BS. So, if you ever see me in like Heaven's Order Stormblood, I'll immediately stop and do a lookout, because, you know, it's easy, free, you know, experience, whatnot. We're almost done with a hunting log, a hunting log, a hunting log. We're almost done with a hunting log. Everybody steam. Hey, it's after midnight, and where I am, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. If you don't know when this is being recorded, you do now. Today is Thanksgiving. Tomorrow will be Thanksgiving. I mean, today, whatever you want to say, it is after midnight. I don't know too many people celebrating Thanksgiving at midnight and eating then, but you know. We did it. Alright, where is this one? Bump on a log. I mean, sure, I'll go ahead and take one down that way. They're actually expecting you to come over here and actually fight the higher level ones, but hey, you know what? There was one there. Oh man, there's another. Again, I really don't want to do this in a fate, but whatever. Alright, wind talons are done. God, it's been over 6 minutes. Come on, Zurvan. Queue up for me, please. Where them West Coast players at? Get on and help me out. You can do it. I got faith in you. Come on, Zurvan, pop for me. Come on, Zurvan, you know you want to. Yes. No. Yes. Now everybody make sure to say yes, please. Thanks, don't you start this again. Come on, thanks. No, not again. Come on, Tanky. Come on, 10 seconds. Come on. Come on. No. Alright, cool. Now it's just a DPS. Oh my goodness, are we really gonna have one DPS now? Who doesn't want to do this? Come on, Deepers, let's go. Okay. Here we go. Final one.
There's been enough sacrifice for one day. We must take the chance we've been given and defeat Zurvan now.
actually had people fall down. That's pretty funny. Wow, both our tanks have died so far.
Good and evil, the war eternal. Ah! My doubt is fled. I shall rise above all.
Add phase.
Bear witness to my will. Bow to mine infallible judgment. Suffer in endless torment. suffer in endless torment. If such is my fate.
Incredible as always, monkey. Hopefully that'll be the last of our world sees of the likes of Zurvan. Every one of his thralls is slain. As far as we can determine, our victory over the warring Triad is complete. An impossible feat had we not been blessed with your cooperation. Let us not forget the efforts of Regula von Hydrus and his men. Without their noble sacrifice, the demon would have awoken far sooner and possessed far more formidable energies. The bodies of the fallen have now accompanied the survivors of the return journey to Garlemald. 'Tis known that the Imperials recognize no god, yet they would honor the dead in their own fashion. And when we meet next, our fleeting alliance will surely be forgotten. So it was an interesting exchange, nonetheless. They spoke of their present ruler as a man who values self-sufficiency. Varys befriended Regula in their youth, it seems, and was highly impressed by his martial prowess. It is common knowledge that Regula's rise to legatus was in great part advocated by the Emperor himself. Regula freely admitted his shortcomings when it came to politics, and it was Varys' unconditional support that served to win his undying fealty. One does not expect such tales of comradeship to lurk beneath the Emperor's iron exterior. Contrary to all expectations, the man who died a hero. Witnessing the way you all leapt into danger without hesitation, it would seem I am surrounded by heroes. And yet my own actions were aught but heroic. I have not the qualities nor the character to stand at the warrior of light's side. What a curious thing to say. Are you truly concerned that you do not measure up to some arbitrary requirement? If you knew of the path I walked to reach this place, then you would understand why I doubt myself so. Return me the rising stones, and I shall tell you of it. With your victory over Zurvan, the warring Triad is finally defeated. I am afraid, however, that mine own efforts have been more hindrance than help, and you and your fellow Scions deserve to hear the reasons behind my actions. I promise to tell you of my journey, of who I am, of where I'm from. The truth is, I am not of this world. I was born of a different star, a child whose power of the echo was too feeble to save his dying world. A child who, unlike you, never became a warrior of light. When all I knew stood on the brink of destruction, I was yet half grown. Had I been born but a handful of years earlier, history may have written a different tale. The seeds of the heroes that had yet to fully sprout may not have withered and perished. The star I failed to save is known to you now as the Void. Though Monkey knew not that I spoke of my homeland, I have explained to him before that the cause of its ruin, a magic was devised to contain a defeated primal's might within a stone known as Orosite, and the energies which bled from this imperfect vessel gradually corrupted the champions who wielded it. These heroes became slaves to an insatiable hunger for aether, eventually transforming into hideous fiends, and none who clung to the faint traces of light were strong enough to oppose them. The demons next turned upon each other in a war which drained the land's aether in even greater amounts, until one day the star was suddenly swallowed in a flood of darkness, an entire world unmade in an instant. The void sent you encounter here in this realm are the twisted remnants of once mortal beings who gnaw at what motes of life force remain. As I lay dying, beaten and broken in my failed last stand, 'twas my present master who found my tormented spirit and bore me away to the rift betwixt worlds. 'Twas he who first introduced me to Urianger. Sorry about that. At my mentor's feet did I learn of the nature of reality, of the existence of mirrored worlds, and the eternal struggle between dark and light. Sudden and overwhelming superiority for either side will shatter the balance, and the world in question will be returned to the void by a calamity beyond imagining. As a self-appointed custodian of this balance, my master warned me that the source, the first of all worlds, slips perilously close to oblivion. In what spirit did the master proffer such a warning? A benevolent gesture or a veiled threat? To these questions and more do I coax forth answers. Yet no matter his intention, that Heidelin doth teeter on knife's edge is an undeniable truth. Knowing this, what choice was given you to make? I chose to join my master and act as his instrument on the star. The tragedy that befell my home cannot be repeated. I will see this world saved. And yet I hesitated at the most crucial of moments. What right have I to stand alongside a true warrior of light? In thine own words thou wert called before thy time, and I offer that thou dwelleth overmuch on the question of what maketh the hero. The search for the anther leaveth thee paralyzed by doubt. Heed me, Master Unakale. Thou needest not believe thyself a hero to perform great deeds. 'Tis the deed itself which earneth thee the hero's mantle. Aye, the ideals you hold can be less important than having the faith to act upon them. Regula's loyalty to the Emperor guided his actions into the last, and though we did not see eye to eye in many things, his final deeds can be called not less than heroic. Personally, I find that faith in my companions allows me to act unhindered by uncertainty. I know that should I ever falter, Monkey and the others will be there to support me, or steer me back to the right path if needed. I see. In the days leading up to the world's destruction, I was entirely alone. I never knew what it was to have such comrades. I cannot imagine the loneliness you must have felt. But look around you now, Unakalai. You're not alone anymore. Welcome to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I will fulfill my promise to save this world, and when I stumble, I shall be glad to have your hands there to steady me. My apologies, this is difficult for me. For so long I have spoken from behind a mask. We should all feel comfortable speaking without such concealments. I should hope you appreciate the irony of that statement, Urianger. The followers of Zurvan were broken from their slumber, likely the doing of Sophia's worshippers, and immediately began attempting to rouse their masters in the fullness of his power. We found ourselves in an unexpected alliance with the forces of the 6th Legion, and rushed inside the research facility to put a stop to the thralls' ambitions. Although we succeeded in this initial endeavor, the effort cost the lives of many Imperial soldiers, including that of Regula Van Hydras himself. Seizing the opportunity their sacrifice bought for us, the Warrior of Light led a company of Echo-blessed champions against the half-woken demon, and cast down the final pillar of the Warring Triad. Upon discovering the flaws apparent in the Allagan's technology, the Legatus chose to abandon its acquisition, and looked to recruit the aid of the Scions with nary a moment's hesitation. His was a decision motivated not by glory, but by loyalty to his Emperor. Above all, he strove to enforce the will of his childhood friend, and ensure that the primal threat hanging over this star would be eradicated. Over the course of our quest to eliminate the Warring Triad, the meddling of the Garlean Empire had been our greatest obstacle. That an officer so lofty within its ranks should recognize the danger and make such a rational choice is a significant development in our war against the primals. Ere the star upon which I was born became the void, the champions who lived upon it chose to embrace self-destruction rather than cease their infernal conflict. They became lost within their own ambitions, strangling their life from one another even as the flood of darkness swallowed them whole. Here on Hydaelyn, the power of light is not so feeble. This world will survive while the balance holds, but we must also take care that the scales do not swing too far in light's favor. As we fight on this side of light, we must trust that our companions will steer us away from the lure of extremity and help guide us along the narrow path to salvation. In its actions of men such as it is the actions of men such as Regula Van Hydras that give me hope the future of this star is not beyond redemption. And there's give me the tombstone for Zurvan. Alright guys, that is it. That is the Warring Triad. That is the trial series for Heavensward. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, we're going to continue on with our main story and head on into Stormblood, I believe, because this will be one of the last things that I put out. We'll be doing the main story quest and putting these out in order so you guys can understand. Obviously, you'll understand them very completely because I'm going to put them out in the right order. But if I was to put all these three out, that entire last segment makes no sense to you because you don't understand about the Void and the Shards and all these other things and Urianger and wearing masks and everything. But when I put this out, you will. So this little thing right here, you'll understand why I did this. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one.